What's the craziest attacks that you saw?
I've seen loads in prison. I've seen people getting their faces melted off with hot water and sugar. I see a lot of that in Feltham. You know, a lot of that in Feltham when I was first there. People getting hot water thrown in their face. Myself getting my teeth smashed out. What other kind of crazy attacks? You know what I did see? And there was part of a lot of suicide in jail. Now, my dad had just killed himself maybe a couple years before. And so I'm in the block for some bullshit, fighting a screw or something, yeah? And like, there's a few of us there, some mixed race geezers there as well. I can't remember his name, but he's from West London anyway. And we'd go out on the yard and we'd be talking and stuff like that, bits and pieces, because you get half out of yourself a day in the block. And then one day you hear like, off, and this guy was just like how I'm talking to you, full of energy, you know, like just like, was like that. I'm hearing like bear running, the guy killed himself, yeah, literally next door to me. And you see a lot of stuff like that, suicides, people, and like with attacks, you would, what's the worst attack I've seen? The worst thing I've seen in jail would mostly be just hot water and sugar. Doesn't sound like much, but when you put the jam in as well and it sticks to your face, and it's not a good look. And when it happens to the black people and their skin's pink, it looks even worse in a way.
Is that over drug debts?
And no, most of it's from the stuff outside.
From the streets?
From the streets, it just spills over. Yeah, it spills over.
Gangs are like kill on sight with each other.
Yeah, and remember, there's prison, there's mobile phones. And not just any mobile phones, we're talking like smartphones. Yeah? So all they're going to do is send you a picture. Like, you're not going to, in prison, it's the streets, but you're grounded. That's the best way to see it. That's the best way to see it. You can't move to another prison without any of that other stuff, people knowing. You can't go to a prison without people knowing. People put hits on you like that.
Did you see any convict justice enacted on sex offenders or anyone with dodgy charges?
All the time. So me, I was just a loose cannon, yeah? But if you was respectful to me, I was always respectful to you. Always. But I was waiting for the disrespect to come, you know? And the SO would always be on the wing, which is a senior officer. So you have like your normal officers, and then you have like a SO, then a PO. Or PO then an SO, I'm not even sure how it goes. But either way, like they would always, like if my cell was going to get spun, they'd be like, Lazar, you're going to get cell spin tonight, so make sure you ain't got nothing in there. It was cool. And like if a certain inmate, because you get a lot of mental health cases, so certain inmates that were just trouble on the wing, they would get us to punch up, and it was like a working relationship. But it'd also tell us about sex offenders. Now, I've known, and this is a story for anyone, I don't condone sex offenders in any way, but you cannot go off what the prison officers tell you or anybody, because they have their own agenda. Their own agenda, and you don't know what it is. And they're just saying, yo, my man's this and my man's that. And he may not be. It may be a complicated case. So I kind of stayed away from that, because you can never actually know 100%, you know? And people lie in jail and people chat shit, and you know, like, so I stayed away from that. But one of my codees, because there was 3 of us that got arrested for a robbery, the codie that done nothing was just there at the wrong place at the wrong time, but he turned into the biggest nonce basher in the jail, bruv. And he really was not a criminal. Like, but he was like, what the hell? Like, he would just get into that. And it's mad how prison can take someone that's not even part of that and like just change them within a short space of time. But yeah, that happened all the time. People who were suspected of it would get done. But there had to be some sort of paperwork usually, or maybe an officer pointing at the obvious, you know?
Yeah, because the guard might have a problem with someone and then just tell the rest of the prisoners he's a sex offender just to get him smashed.
And they do this a lot. They do the kind of thing where you they play these games with you. You know, they play these games, and sometimes the prison officers are just as frustrated as you. And like, yeah.
So if you're enjoying this podcast, you will love Dave Gunn's book, Bestwood Boss, Live by the Gun. It's got hundreds of reviews on Amazon. It only went up this year, 4.3 stars. And I'll read you the back of the book. The jaw-dropping inside story from the boss of the only organised crime group in the UK to be classified as a cartel. In the early 2000s, Dave Gunn and his brother Colin built the Bestwood Cartel, a multi-million-pound empire based on drugs, extortion and violent crime. during a time when Nottingham was labelled Britain's gun crime capital. The second season of Sherwood, if you watch that on the BBC, crime drama series, was inspired by the activities of the Gun Brothers and the deadly crime wave in Nottingham, which earned the city the nickname Shottingham. According to the media, the Gun Brothers ruled some of the city suburbs with an iron fist, drove around in flash cars, and were dripping in expensive jewellery. They saw themselves as protectors of their manor, a modern-day mix of Robin Hood and the Cray twins. As the violence escalated, including brutal punishment shootings between rival gun gangs, the police launched Project Starburst to dismantle the Bestwood cartel and its rivals. So much was written in the media about the Gun Brothers and in books such as Hood's, but no gang leader has ever detailed a real-life warfare in Nottingham in the early 2000s. In Bestwood Boss, Dave Gunn sets the record straight with the first ever insider's account of what led to the blood-soaked ganglands. I'll put the links in the description box. And I really enjoyed Dave's audiobook. So check that one out. Especially if you're busy, if you're on the road or you're doing stuff, just get the audiobook on. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
Watch Dave Courtney's Underworld, The Craze, out now on various platforms, Amazon Prime, Plex, and for American viewers, Tubi TV. The film includes exclusive interviews with former members of the Craze gang, revealing remarkable insights into the 60s criminal underworld.